Hello, I'm Pat O'Hare, Chief Market Analyst for Briefing.com. Today is Thursday, January 31st. The Stock Trader's Almanac is full of insightful observations about the stock market's behavior. One observation, though, that many investors might not be too keen about hearing is the so-called January Barometer. According to the Stock Trader's Almanac, the January Barometer states that as the S&P goes in January, so goes the year. As of this recording, which is being made on the last day of January, the S&P 500 is down 7.1%. The good news for listeners is that the barometer does not have a perfect track record. The bad news is that it has registered only 5 major errors since 1950. In 1966, 1968, 1982, 2001, and 2003. Might 2008 be a period that ends up being recorded as a major error? If Briefing.com's forecast for a 2% to 4% gain in the S&P 500 this year pans out, then it would not. The Almanac characterizes a gain of plus or minus 5% as flat, as opposed to a major error versus the January reading. Incidentally, when these flat years are included, the success rate of the barometer drops to 75%. At this juncture, a 2% to 4% gain must sound pretty good to many listeners, given the S&P's current standing and considering the tremendous volatility we have seen to start the new year. That volatility has been a function of changing expectations on the economy, Fed policy, financial sector reports, and market leadership. The volatility is expected to persist for the time being, yet we continue to stand by our forecast given the salutary effects of the Fed's rate-cutting action, the impending arrival of fiscal stimulus, the prospect of a turn in financial sector earnings in the back half of the year, and conceivably some stabilization in the housing market that will lessen the drag on GDP. Separately, the stock market remains attractively valued as evidenced by an earnings yield of 7% versus the 10-year note yield of 3.6%. Our view does not mean that the market won't trade lower from current levels. It might. When the final number is registered, though, we think it will show that the January barometer wasn't as accurate as many investors may now be fearing. I'm Pat O'Hare for Briefing.com. Thanks for listening.